Hello, Eagle fans. I'm Ernie Harris, and in this week's episode of the Herald News Coaches Corner, I'm joined again with Coach Mark Pemberton, head football coach for the Rhea County High School Golden Eagle football team. Coaches Corner airs once a week, and you can watch and share the video on Tuesday evenings via our website and also on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages. Coaches Corner is proudly sponsored by First Bank. Community banking gives you the win. The local team that cheers you on. Local bankers who know your name and celebrate you and all life's big wins. To experience the First Bank difference, visit 1525 Market Street in downtown Dayton or call 423-775-1522. First Bank, member FDIC. Well, Coach, what a game Friday. You won over Gibbs High School 34-27. I know exactly, it wasn't exactly how you drew it up, so to speak. But as you said, more than one occasion, a win's a win.
Win's a win. We made it a little closer than it should have been. You know, I felt like we left at least a couple more touchdowns on the field with penalties and getting behind the sticks as far as that goes. But we'll take it. That's a win. We're 5-0, so we've reached our goals so far. We got another big ball game coming up, so proud of our kids, how hard they've been playing,
right.
And again, getting a lot of young guys, a lot of quality reps in tight ball games. So hopefully that'll help us down the line.
I notice you're getting several freshmen playing time and sophomores, like you said, younger guys. Rex Pendergrass come on strong. He had about a handful of tackles, about 5. Recovered a fumble and an onside kick. Of course, your quarterback, Caleb Martin, doing a superb job as usual. He didn't have to throw the ball as much this past Friday against Gibbs like he did the previous week. He only threw it 4 times, completed 2, 1 for a touchdown, 18-yard touchdown to Ethan Davis.
Yeah, all our freshmen, I mean, that's 4 now that are contributing major snaps for us, and Rex was sort of thrust in there with some injuries and things of that nature, situations we had, so he plugged in and did a good job. You know, obviously none of them are where they need to be yet, right. but they're getting better, and very rare that we have one freshman play. But now we've got 4 that are contributing. So yeah, Rex did a good job as long as the other freshmen, Ethan, Caleb, and Maurice Shirley.
Oh yeah, Murray Shirley, your center, right?
Yeah, he started at guard this week.
Guard, that's right. Yeah, I knew he was on the line. Yeah, 4 freshmen. I don't recall 4 freshmen contributing this much since 2014. I believe Cody Bice, Eddie Davis, that group there.
Yeah, I think this is more. This is more of them right now as far as that goes.
I got you.
You know, and playing major roles, so really pleased with them so far.
What's that say about the crop of talent coming up from the middle schools?
Well, we feel like we've got a really good group. Our JV team has got kids on it that we think are going to develop into really good players. So, and they had a big win their first ball game. They played tonight against Walker Valley, or Monday night against Walker Valley. So, you know, we feel like there's a really good group of kids in that group that haven't contributed yet on the varsity level.
I agree. They blasted Saudi Daisy last week on September 21st, 48-6. Your JV did. So they really did look good. They did,
and hopefully they can continue that this Monday night.
I hope so. Getting on the board first on Friday against Gibbs was Ryan Young, your fullback, 3-yard touchdown run with just a few minutes left in the first quarter. You guys scored 14 points in the first quarter. They scored 0. We all scored 14. Your other touchdown was the pass I mentioned earlier, Martin to Davis.
Yeah, that was a 4th down. First of all, Ryan Young, he gets our tough yardage inside for us. He's mainly a blocker and runs inside the tackles most of the time. Gets a lot of tough yardage for us, and especially down on the goal line. So really happy with the job he's been doing. The other score was a 4th down play. We were a little too far away for a field goal and a little too close to punt, so we decided to go for it. I think it was 4th and maybe 11 or 12.
It was long.
And we ran 4 verticals, and Ethan came open, and Caleb made a really good throw, and Ethan went up and got it.
It was a great throw, great catch, good concentration. It was in the end zone or at the 1. He takes a hit after getting a catch. He
has a really good catch, and we had time to throw the football too. Our offensive line did a really good job, so it all works together.
Very nice. After you took over possession in the second quarter, early in the second quarter, with 9:29 left, Ethan Davis on the first play of your possession went 50 yards to the house for a touchdown.
Yeah, I had a really big hole in there to run through, and he made a cut back across the field and really showed his speed.
He did.
Down the sideline, down the visitor sideline, because they had a couple of guys had angles on him, and he outran them to the goal line. So great job of blocking at the point of attack, and great vision and feet by Ethan getting to where he needed to be.
He does have great vision on the field. We spoke about it last week. Like you said, I watched that play earlier. I was watching a lot of the film. He starts out in the middle of the field, and then, like you said, made a move, got to the outside, switched directions, and then showed his speed. He outran that defender that was in front of him, and then he just got around him for a touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
It was very impressive.
Yeah.
Gibbs answered after you went up 21-0. Gibbs answered back-to-back touchdowns right before half. They scored with 7.8 seconds left on the clock right before halftime. I guess that didn't sit too well. No,
we got to be smarter. I think they had that second time they scored, there was 30 seconds on the clock, and we had them backed up. I think they're on 40 or 35, and we let them get down there and score on us. We made some poor decisions in the secondary, and we got to be smarter than that. You got to keep things in front of you when there's just a little bit of time left in a half or the end of the game, and we let them get behind us a couple times. So we got to be smarter than that. We'll go back to work on it.
Well, their quarterback actually, he threw a lot of passes like we discussed last week at Coach's Corners. In the preview, they were going to throw the football. They did. His first 6 completions of the game, actually he hit 6 completions to start the game in a row for 86 yards. So that
we knew going in they were tough to defend. Now they had a really good running game, and throw the ball really well too. The quarterback does. We had to decide, all right, what are we going to commit more to, and it was a running game obviously, and. Passing game hurt us a bunch, but they found a couple of little routes that caused us problems, and were able to take advantage of it.
They did, especially right before half. Speaking of the running game, you held them to 39 yards rushing, but they did get 2 rushing touchdowns. 24 rushes, 24 carries for 39 yards. That's what Gibbs had. Their quarterback went 21 of 28. He completed 21 passes of 28 attempts for 349 yards.
Yeah, he hurt us some with his scrambles too.
Yep.
He scrambled, and people came open when he scrambled, and we just got to do a better job getting to our spot drops and reading routes and seeing people coming at us. I think we were locked in so much on the quarterback, we weren't reading our routes in the secondary and with our linebackers, and people were coming open on us.
Right. The halftime score was 21-14, Ray County. Second half, you come out and it was almost very similar to what you did at Lenoir City, except at Lenoir City, I want to say you come out and had an 18-yard play drive. Third play, that's right. That was against
the game before that. We had
Walker
18,
Valley, 18 play drive. This time you had 13 plays, put it in the end zone, chewed up over 6.5 minutes of the clock, capped off by a 6-yard TD run by Dalton Hampton.
Yeah, we told them at halftime we need to get the ball and drive it down, put it in the end zone, put the pressure on them, go up 2 scores. So we were able to do that. But I don't know that we threw it at all in that. We might have. I don't think we did though.
I don't think you did either.
That was a really solid drive to start the half.
That set the tone for the second half, that's for sure. You did go up by two scores. Ray County led 28-14 with 5:18 to go in the third quarter. You scored again. That was an odd play with 8:51 in the fourth. That was the next scoring for either team. Dalton Hampton had the ball. He got about 13-14 yards, gets it punched out at the 10-yard line of Gibbs. It squirts to the 5-yard line where Ethan Davis picks it up and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, Dalton really got a lot of tough yardage in there on that play. He broke several tackles, and they happened to knock it out late when he was going down, and Ethan's in the right place at the right time, and picked it up and finished the run with a score.
That was Ethan's. That was Ethan's second, or actually third touchdown of the night. Second rushing, and third thanks to his receiving touchdown. Davis led all rushers, 22 carries, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hampton, like you said, got a lot of yards, 24 carries, 160 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I mean that's our go-to guys, our 2 wing backs, and if they're having success, we're usually having success. So that's our deal: run the football and throw it. We're going to throw it a little bit more this year if people, if people crowd us as much. So that's our MO.
Kind of like Walker Valley game, Ray County threw it about 18 times, Lenore City 17 times. So you can mix it up.
It depends on the situation, how many passes we have in a ball game.
Also getting some rushing yards, like we referenced earlier, Ryan Young, the fullback, also known as Boo Boo. We spoke with him last week on Coach's Corner. He had 9 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown, your first touchdown of the night. Caleb Martin, your quarterback, 6 rushes for 38 yards. He got more. He had a nice 20-yard run.
Yeah, we had a little naked boot on that we've been working on, and he did a good job breaking the first tackle. The guy was sitting out there waiting on him, but he broke that first tackle, and then he got about 25 yards after that. So that was a big run too, because we were way behind the sticks on that at the time. I think it was first or second and about 25 maybe, so our 30. So we got down where we could get the first down.
It was penalties did hurt you, like we spoke Friday night post-game interview. I had you for 11 penalties for 98 yards, Coach.
Yeah, and their hustle penalties, we got to do a better job. Most of it's on offense. Hustle penalties, we got to move our feet better, getting in position to make blocks. We're reaching out and grabbing and getting our hands outside our framework, and that's causing us problems. We're getting holding calls. And,
you had about, several holding.
Yeah, I mean, when you get those, that's a 15-yard penalty usually. So that puts you in a bind if you're running offense.
I agree. Ray County had 63 carries for 431 yards and 4 touchdowns on the night. Martin, as we mentioned earlier, he only threw it 4 times for 2 completions, 21 yards, and the touchdown to Ethan Davis. The other reception was Jadden Pankey, 1 catch for 3 yards. Total offensive yards, I had you down for 452 yards. So got it done on the ground, the majority of it.
Yeah, that's a good night for us offensively. You get to between 400 and 500, and that's a pretty good offensive night. You ought to win the ball game.
I agree. This week's First Bank Player of the Week from the Gibbs High School football game, where Ray County won 34-27, was Justin Woody. Offensive and defensive lineman Justin Woody. We had a chance to speak with 3 previous First Bank Players of the Week: Ethan Davis from the Jefferson County game, Amari Roddy from the Walker Valley game, and Jadden Pankey most recently, from the Lenore City game. Take a look at what they had to say. After that, we'll be right back after this brief message from our sponsor, First Bank. Hello, welcome back to Coach's Corner, the Herald News Coach's Corner. I'm joined with senior free safety for the Golden Eagle football team, Amari Roddy. Amari, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Amari was the player of the week, the First Bank Player of the Week in the Walker Valley game. He had 2 interceptions that game. 1 helped seal the victory for the Ray County that night with 9 seconds left in the game. Walker Valley was threatening. They're inside Ray County's territory, but Amari went up, grabbed the pick. How'd that feel?
It felt amazing that I executed the way I was supposed to and helped my team out in the end game.
Right. Amari, you're a senior. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How does it feel to be 5-0 going into this week?
It feels great because we practice hard every day and execute the way we're supposed to in practice, and it turns out on the field, it feels great.
Very nice. I have you down for 7 tackles this past Friday against Gibbs. They won 34-27 against Gibbs. 7 tackles, and on the season although you've had 2 interceptions for the season, both in the Walker Valley games, you've had several breakups and multiple tackles on the season. You're doing a job at free safety, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Executing,
contributing to the team.
Yes, sir.
your team also defensively. Last week you held North City to not a lot of yards. I mean first half they had negative 39 yards rushing.
Right.
This week against Gibbs, you guys held them to 39 yards rushing. They had a lot of passing yards, but those short routes, they hard to get to.
Right.
I understand, but overall, how's it feel to be an Eagle this year?
It feels great. It feels great to be back, and just love to be back.
And I think you're joining the defensive backfield with Gavin Roddy.
Yeah.
Do you know Gavin?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Gavin has also done really well this year. And you guys both had a bang-up game a couple of games ago. I think the Walker Valley game,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
But anyway, Amari Roddy, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck this Friday against Ooltewah.
Thank you.
Any words to the fans for homecoming week?
Just come out and support. That's all I know.
Come out and support the Eagles?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Amari. Thank you. All right. And we're back. Thank you for joining us once again. The Herald News Coaches Corner, sponsored by First Bank. We're joined with last week's First Bank Player of the Week, Jadden Pankey. Thank you, Jadden, for joining us.
Hey.
Jadden is a junior defensive back, cornerback, if you will, for the Rhea County High School Golden Eagles. Jadden was Player of the Week last week for his accolades. 3 interceptions in one game. Jadden, how'd that feel?
Felt pretty good. It was kind of hard, but it was pretty solid.
Very nice.
Yeah.
It was solid. They're all different parts of the field. One of them was on the 1 yard line. Lenoir City was threatening. You stepped in front of the receiver, got the pick. I think that was your last one of the night. But 3 picks. That ties a school record for most picks in a game with 5 other former Eagles. How's that feel, be on the school record?
Feels pretty good, actually. I didn't think I broke a record or tied it.
Yep.
But it feels good.
Well, very nice. Yeah, some of those records, guys that played in the 70s and all the way up to present day. I think the most previous person to tie the record was, I want to say 2008 or 7. That makes you also had an interception this past Friday against Gibbs. I believe that makes your 4th of the year. Is that correct?
5th.
5th. I'm sorry. Yeah, we just talked about it off camera. That's your 5th of the year. Coach Pemberton last week said you have a nose for the football, to go after the football in reference to your 3 picks last week at Lenoir City. How do you want to explain that? I mean, or just feel for the field?
Yeah, just feel for the field and play my guy and play my part, stay in my lane and stuff where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus, reading the receiver, I guess, plays a big part of it, right?
Yeah.
Reading the receiver, reading the quarterback, see where his eyes are going. You also play offense from time to time. He's made several catches this year. He's about 5 catches. He had a catch in Friday's win with Gibbs. 1 catch for 3 yards from Caleb Martin. You also had a pair of tackles, I believe. I had you for 5 tackles, 1 interception, 2 pass breakups. Like you said, nose for the football, reading the receiver, going up, making the breakup. Your interception, I know this is probably a little sore. You had a touchdown called back due to a penalty. 66-yard return for a touchdown, but called back for a block in the back penalty.
Yeah.
How'd that make you feel?
Kind of made me mad, but still got the interception.
Yeah.
Got the ball, so.
Yeah, you got the pick. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's all that really matters. But.
That's true. Yeah. Rhea County took over possession, and I think drove down and scored to make it 14-0 at that point in the game. Well, Jadden Pankey, I appreciate you joining us. Coming up next is the Jefferson County First Bank Player of the Week. From that week was Ethan Davis. Thank you. And we're back to the Herald News Coaches Corner. I'm now joined with freshman Wayne back Ethan Davis. Thank you, Ethan, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Ethan was the First Bank Player of the Week for the Jefferson County game, the second game of the year for Rhea County, where Rhea County won that game 49-24. Ethan had a pair of touchdowns, rushed for 142 yards that game on 10 carries. he has not let up since. Ethan has 65 rushes, 635 yards on 65 carries, 5 touchdowns on the year. He had 2 rushing touchdowns the other night with 1 touchdown catch for 18 yards. Ethan, how does it feel to come in as a freshman and contribute like you've been doing?
Oh, it feels good because not many freshmen get to start like I do and Caleb, and we're doing good.
That's true. Coach Pemberton and I spoke earlier about the freshmen that are contributing to the Eagles this year. Mo Shirley, line, Kayla Martin, the freshman quarterback, Rex Pendergrass making multiple tackles. He recovered 2 balls the other night. But as far as it's very rare. I guess you're aware of that. Is that correct?
Yeah, really rare.
Friday was a little close. You got a couple nice touchdowns. One was a short one. The other one was a 50-yard run, a very nice run. You want to describe that run to us?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I couldn't have done it without my line because there's holes open all night for me.
That's true. I agree. You started out toward the middle, broke it left, and then went up the sideline. Showed some speed. What's your 40 time, Ethan? I'm curious.
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
I need to see, though.
Ah, okay. I'd say it's pretty fast. But like I said earlier, Ethan has 635 yards in 4 games. You didn't get a touch until the second game of the season. Is that correct?
No, I didn't play against Carter.
Yeah. So 4 games, 635 yards rushing, 65 carries. That averages out, Ethan, to 9.7 yards per carry. How's that make you feel?
Feels good. It's almost a first down, averaging a first down.
That's true. Yeah, 10 yards to the first down. Ray County is 5-0. Coming in this week to Ooltewah. Any thoughts on this week coming up for Ooltewah?
Yeah, I mean, they're usually a great team, so we got to play better than we did against Gibbs.
Yeah, Gibbs, they never went away, did they?
No.
You guys were up 21-0. They come back, made it 21-14 at the half. You guys went up 34-14. They kept driving away, didn't they?
Yeah, they wouldn't stop.
Yeah,
coming.
They made it interesting. They scored with 1:40 left on the clock, made it 34-27. Of course, tried the short kick, but Ray County recovered, ran off the clock. So, any more thoughts on this season, Ethan, what it means to you to be an Eagle?
It means a lot, being from here and being able to play high school football here.
Going forward, do you have any goals, future goals?
Win state.
Win state, very nice. That sounded similar to last week's guest, Ryan Young, the fullback, also known as Boo Boo. I'm curious how to get the name Boo Boo.
I have no clue.
Well, thanks for joining us, Ethan Davis, and we appreciate it. Thank you for watching Coach's Corner.
In the South, we perfect our local art. The art of conversation. The art of connection. The art of service. The art of community. Here, what you thought were lost arts are local arts. We practice the art of relationships. The art of creating wealth from things that are priceless. Because banking isn't just hard work, it's the fine local art of knowing what works. Come experience a great local art. First Bank.
Coach, we're back at home this week against Ooltewah High School Owls. It's homecoming week, I believe.
It is.
Last year, Ray County won 37-7. This year, Ooltewah is coming in 3-3. You guys are 5-0. Ooltewah beat Saudi Daisy, which is a region team for you guys, 27-7 on Friday. Coach, what can we look forward with?
I think Ooltewah's improved from what they were last year. They're a big, good-looking bunch, athletic-looking like they always are. Offensively, they've sort of found their niche there last week and moved the ball really well against Saudi. So, and defensively, they played really well. So I think they've improved from the first ball game till now, and we have our hands full again. big, athletic-looking group. So we got to be ready to play.
That's typically the standard for Ooltewah. They're usually big, athletic, and usually have some speed on their skill players.
They do. They still do. They've always got speed. So we've got to be very disciplined in how we do things and defend them.
That's always. I didn't look up the series history, but it's always been a good matchup, especially the last 10 years.
Yeah, we've had some barn burners in the last 10 years. So, or in the last since I've been here, the last 7 years. So I look forward to be again.
Right, I do too. Kickoff this Friday, October 2nd, is at 7:30 p.m. at Eagle Stadium, Bill Horton Field. For this week's Game Day Giveaway, we have a trivia question for our Eagle fans out there. Name the former Golden Eagle player who holds the most yards rushing record at 1,741 yards. To win the Herald News Game Day Giveaway Package, comment your answer to the trivia question on this week's episode of Coach's Corner that will be posted on our Facebook page on Tuesday evening. The winner will be announced in next week's episode of the Herald News Coach's Corner. I want to encourage the fans to attend games, but if you can't attend, follow the Herald News Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages for score updates. Thank you, Coach, and thank you for our sponsor, First Bank, for your support of Coach's Corner and our community. If you're looking for a bank that cares about the community, they are located at 1525 Market Street in downtown Dayton, or give them a call at 423-775-1522. Thank you to the Eagle fans for watching. Tune in next time to the Herald News Coach's Corner, sponsored by First Bank. For Coach Mark Pemberton, I'm Ernie Harris, and we'll see you next week. Coach, any last words?
No, thank you for what you do for high school football, and go Eagles.
I appreciate it. Thank you.